Today, we're taking a look at parallel universes and, how they kind of connect to the whole metaverse thing.
It's wild how these ideas that used to be pure science fiction are becoming, well, less fictional.
Right. Okay. So first things first, what exactly are parallel universes?
So parallel universes or multiverses are this idea that there might be like tons of universes, maybe even infinite universes, all existing at the same time as ours.
So basically, there could be infinite versions of reality, each with its own unique set of rules.
Exactly. Like, imagine a universe where gravity works differently or time runs backward.
Well, my brain hurts already.
I know, right? It's a pretty massive concept.
Yeah.
But there are actual scientific theories that support this idea.
Okay, bring on the science.
One of the most mind-boggling ones is called the Many Worlds Interpretation, or MWI.
MWI?
Yeah, it suggests that every time a quantum event happens, like every tiny decision at the subatomic level, the universe splits.
So instead of just one outcome, every single possibility creates a whole new universe.
Yep. Think of it like those choose-your-own-adventure books. Every choice creates a new branching path, but instead of just a story, it's a whole new reality.
Wow, that's a lot to process.
It is. Another theory is the bubble universe theory. It basically says our universe is just one bubble among many that formed during the very early stages of the universe.
Like soap bubbles.
Exactly. Each bubble is its own universe with its own unique properties.
So we're talking about universes where the laws of physics could be totally different.
Exactly. And there's even string theory. It's a really complicated idea, but basically it also suggests that there could be tons of different universes.
Okay, so we've got all these theories, but are scientists anywhere close to actually proving that parallel universes exist?
Well, proving it directly is a huge challenge because we can't, like, travel to these other universes to check.
Right, of course.
But there's some pretty cool research happening, especially in quantum computing and cosmology, that could give us indirect evidence.
Okay, so maybe no concrete proof just yet, but definitely some very intriguing clues that there might be more to reality than meets the eye. This is all fascinating, but how does the metaverse fit into all of this?
Well, the metaverse could be the key to actually experiencing these parallel universes.
So not just thinking about them, but actually stepping into them.
Yeah. What makes the metaverse so exciting is that it's immersive and interactive. We wouldn't just be reading about these alternate realities, we can actually be in them.
Okay, I'm starting to see where you're going with this. So instead of just theorizing about these other universes, we could actually experience what it would be like to live in them.
Right. We could walk through a Roman forum, feel the sun on our skin, hear the crowds, or explore a world where dinosaurs never went extinct.
That's incredible. So we could literally step into a different reality, even if it's virtual. But it's not just about recreating historical periods or fictional worlds, right?
Nope. We could experience life as a different gender, a different race, even a different species.
It's like hitting the reset button on life and trying out all those paths not taken. That's a powerful concept, but it makes me wonder, are there any downsides to this level of freedom and possibility?
Oh, absolutely. With such huge potential comes a lot of responsibility and ethical questions. We'll definitely need to explore those carefully. But before we dive into all that, let's check out some ways people are already using the metaverse to explore alternate realities, even in these early stages.
Okay, so people are already dipping their toes into these virtual waters. Tell me more.
Well, platforms like Second Life and VR Chat are kind of early glimpses of what's possible. People are creating avatars, building worlds, basically living different lives in these virtual spaces.
So it's like they're creating their own little pocket universes.
Yeah, exactly. And we're also seeing some interesting thought experiments happening in these virtual environments. Like, imagine rebuilding the Library of Alexandria in the metaverse.
Oh, wow, that would be amazing. Like bringing history back to life.
Right. We could rebuild it not as a museum, but as a living, breathing space where people can access lost knowledge and contribute new ideas.
So the metaverse could be a tool for preserving and even expanding our knowledge and understanding of the past.
Definitely. And it's not just about history. We could use it to simulate scientific breakthroughs, test social policies, even explore solutions to climate change, all within the safety of a virtual world.
That's incredible. But as with any powerful tool, we need to be careful how we use it. There are definitely some ethical considerations that we need to address.
Absolutely. We need to think about unintended consequences, the potential for manipulation, the impact on our mental well-being. All these things need to be part of the conversation.
It sounds like we're entering a whole new era where the lines between what's real and what's virtual
Mm.
are becoming increasingly blurred.
And that blurring of the lines is what makes this whole exploration so fascinating, but also a bit unsettling.
It's definitely a lot to take in.
It is. We've covered a lot of ground just now. But before we get too deep into those ethical discussions, let's take a moment to recap some of the key points we've talked about. And then we can explore some of the even more mind-blowing possibilities that the future might hold. It's important to remember, though, that this whole conversation about the metaverse and parallel universes, it's not about, like, being afraid of new tech or stopping progress.
Right. It's about being aware of the potential downsides
Yeah.
while also being excited about the possibilities.
Exactly. So, yeah, there are potential downsides to this level of freedom in the metaverse, especially when we're talking about experiencing these alternate realities.
Okay, you mentioned that before. What kind of downsides are we talking about?
Well, one big concern is that these experiences could become so real, so captivating that they overshadow, real life.
Like, people might choose to spend all their time in these perfect virtual worlds instead of dealing with the messiness of the real world.
Yeah, exactly. It's like escapism on steroids.
Yeah.
And while a little escapism can be healthy, too much could lead to, I don't know, people neglecting their real world responsibilities, their relationships.
It's a scary thought for sure. And what about access? I mean, not everyone will be able to afford the tech needed to experience these virtual worlds, right?
That's a huge concern. If we're not careful, the metaverse could just end up widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
Right, like imagine if education and job training start happening more and more in the metaverse, people who can't afford to access it would be left behind.
Exactly. We need to make sure the metaverse is accessible to everyone, not just a privileged few.
So it's not just about the tech itself. It's about how we use it, how we distribute it, and how we make sure it benefits all of society.
Right. But let's switch gears a bit. I want to talk about some of the, really mind-blowing possibilities that experts are predicting for the future of all this.
Okay, hit me with the mind-blowing stuff.
So as technology in AI, sensory immersion, and quantum computing keeps advancing, we're getting to a point where virtual reality could become basically indistinguishable from reality.
Wait, are you saying we won't be able to tell the difference between what's real and what's virtual?
A lot of experts think so, yeah. Imagine stepping into a parallel universe that not only looks real, but you can, feel the textures, smell the smells, even feel the temperature as if you were really there.
Wow. But how would that even be possible? What kind of tech are we talking about?
We're talking haptic suits that let you feel things in the virtual world, smell generators that release scents, even taste simulators.
It wouldn't just be seeing a beautiful sunset. It'd be feeling the warmth on your skin, smelling the air, even tasting the sweetness of the flowers.
Exactly. And then there's quantum computing. Imagine quantum computers that can simulate the behavior of parallel universes, with crazy accuracy. We could actually interact with these other realities, not just observe them.
That's next level stuff. But all this incredible tech, it also makes me think about the potential risks. What if people get so addicted to these virtual worlds that they just, check out of reality completely?
That's definitely a valid concern. We need to be super careful about that. We need ethical guidelines, safety protocols, maybe even social structures within the metaverse to prevent addiction and make sure people stay connected to the real world.
It's like we're on the verge of something amazing, but also kind of terrifying.
I know, right? It's a delicate balance. We got to embrace the potential, but also acknowledge the risks.